Welcome to the Get Into Motorsport podcast, where we hear from people involved in many different areas of the sport. They're going to be telling us where it all started for them. I am Holly Bailey, a former British Rally Championship driver and team manager, and as a rally instructor of over 20 years, one of the most commonly asked questions on the experience days was, how do I get into motorsport? If you want to hear more about the people already involved in motorsport and how they got started, don't forget to subscribe to get notified of the next episode. Today I'm with Paul Barrett at the Javelin Jumbo Targa Rally at Wattisham Airfield, organised by Chelmsford Motor Club. I'm helping him send off competitors at the first main time control, and then we're collecting the penalty sheets from the other marshals around the event. Paul tells us how he got involved in motorsport from 12 years old, through university and even setting up clubs. He's competed all over the UK and in Europe.
So Paul, you've been involved in motorsport for years, so what is it that got you started in it?
It's actually a friend of mine next door neighbour when I was young, was a rally driver, and I used to go around when I was little helping fix his rally car. And then
Wow,
when I was a bit older, I then started navigating.
So when you said you were little, how old were you?
Probably about 10 or 12 when I started helping him next door. So. And then did a few 12 cars. I lived in Bedfordshire, so did a few 12 car rallies. Then went to university, and we started, myself and Tony Michael were both at university together, and we started, in fact, Tony had already started the motor club there.
So what? Just go back a bit and tell me what these 12 cars. How did that
So
work?
that's a navigational rally on open public roads, normally on a Friday evening, about 40-50 miles, and you have to decode clues relating to the map so that you could then drive the route correctly. You pick up checkpoints and time controls as you go round. You have to maintain a time schedule at an average of 30 miles an hour.
Right.
So they're not speed events, they're tests of skill of navigating and driving around the country lanes at the same time.
12 cars still happen
Yeah,
now?
we had one last Friday. Yeah, we had 12 cars entered our 12 car last Friday.
Okay.
Around the lanes, back of Chelmsford, went out towards High East, Pleshy. 45 miles, finished back at our club night venue, which is at Little Waltham, where they laid on some sandwiches and the bar was open.
Nice.
So it was like, it starts at 8 o'clock, finishes at 10. So, and like entry fee is £10. Insurance is about £30 for the night, or you can buy your own sort of special road insurance, which a lot of competitors do. So it's the ultimate sort of budget form of rallying, really, just to get the skill of reading a map, driving, working together as a crew.
So if clubbing on a Friday night is not your thing, then actually this is something else that's good fun.
Yeah.
What did you do afterwards?
So we did a bit of university motorsport, and then coincidentally, Tony and I both then moved to Chelmsford. We started our sort of first graduate jobs, and we discovered Chelmsford Motor Club, who were running Brands Hatch stages, the Preston rally at the time, which you remember.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
So we then went out marshalling on the Preston. A few years later, we were competing on the Preston. Tony bought himself a RS2000 out of a scrapyard.
I'll ask you about that in a minute. So tell me, when you were at uni, did you do something that was related to motorsport, or did you do something different?
It was mostly aimed at students at the time, at students who had cars, because they managed to blag some money out of the student union to buy some tools. And then I came along and said, well, there's this 12 car sort of thing that you can do. So we did a few sort of 12 car navigation rallies around the lanes of Kent, which of course is also a really good road rally country as well. Then went back and started doing events like the Power Rush and the Kent Rally as a competitor.
And university, what did you study, or was it all about rallying?
I did physics.
Okay.
Tony was doing computer science and I was doing physics.
And did you go on to use your physics or computer studies in anything that you with motorsport?
Yeah, so not in motorsport, no. I mean, my job, yes, but no. I mean, a basic understanding of gravity can be useful when you roll a rally car, but when you're parked upside down, you know you're going to be facing downwards.
Yeah. Don't be too quick to release these.
Absolutely, indeed.
Seat belts. So then after that, so you said you had the RS2000.
Yep. So we did road rallies in Norfolk, Suffolk, Kent, Derbyshire. So we had some really good events up in Derbyshire. Won the regional championship a few times. Then Tony prepped the Escort a bit further, and we started doing special stage rallies. which is like the next step up from a road rally, where you have to have, I mean, these are speed events rather than navigational events, so you're then up against the clock. You have to have lots of safety equipment.
So these were single venue stage events?
And we did some multi-venue as well. We were up to do the Tour of Mull in a road rally spec RS2000 in the mid-1990s, so that was good fun.
So single venues are a single venue event.
Typically airfields, yeah.
In an airfield, all in one place, no road sections, but multi-venue, you then have road sections.
Yeah, so you're then driving around between forests or different airfields, or and then there's closed road rallies where you might have sections on closed public roads, which are also linked by open public roads.
So it could be like roads that run through farmland and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what's the most exciting event, do you think, that you can recall that sticks in that memory?
The ones I really enjoyed the most were actually the Belgian closed road rallies.
Okay.
Because the atmosphere there, you got such a welcome from the locals. That the police would close off the town square, and the police would wave all the rally cars, down past the outside of the traffic, to get you into service area, making sure you got there first.
So European events, I mean, they're quite a bit different in the UK. They seem to be a lot more pro motorsport, don't they?
Yeah, it's a different culture out there, but then, as there is in places like Wales and Ireland in this country, but in living in Essex, there is some hostility to motorsport, lack of understanding. But equally, further afield you go, the more fun it gets.
And so when I was in Belgium, I mean, people were out in their gardens waving.
Yeah.
And so when you did your Belgium event, you went through the town square. Was there like a start-finish ramp?
Yeah, I think we had all the commentators and everything. So, and in fact, the same on the Tour of Mull, because that used to start in Tobermory in the central square there, where there was a big start ramp. And
so the press were there, the microphone was shoved through the window.
Big event, yeah.
Wow! And any exciting moments?
Well, not too bad. We bounced off a few hedges and ditches, and only rolled once in my motorsport career, and that was on the Preston.
Tell us about the Preston. I mean,
the Preston is a special.
Probably shouldn't talk about it really, because it's like a bit of a secret, isn't it?
It's sort of an off-road road rally, so lots of private farm tracks, forest tracks, some public byways used, also military land. So these days, the Army training ground at Thetford is used, so we have tracks that we're allowed to use inside the training ground.
So it's changed a bit since I did it.
Yeah. There's probably less of the byways and sort of farm tracks and more sort of private land used.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember we started at 10 o'clock at night and finished at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And if you made it to the finish,
Yep.
that was a success.
Indeed.
Fall out the car and fall into the local pub and have breakfast.
Indeed.
Yeah, good times.
We often didn't finish those ones.
No, so to get to the finish was a
challenge.
Was a success, yeah. So since then, I mean, you're on this event today in your timekeeping, and how have you always sort of done official roles as well? Or?
Yeah, I've always blended. In fact, do more organising now than competing. But I mean, most competitors, or many of the competitors out here today, most of the officials are also competitors.
Yeah.
So it's that balance between I want to compete on this event, but I'm going to help out on that event.
Right.
So that's really important, because otherwise, without the volunteers, nothing would happen.
And there's quite a community as well, because a lot of people know each other, and they might come from different parts of the country, but they all come together at an event like this and build up good friendships.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you see each other on different events, and and there's lots of different clubs organising events as well.
Well, we're going to be collecting up the.
We will. We're going to have to wait for a couple of minutes, because that car needs to do the first lap.
Yep.
And then when he's gone through, we'll then start going through, and we'll be collecting Marshall's check sheets. And then behind us in a few minutes will be the setup team as well.
So we collect up the Marshall's check sheets, and then they go back to the organising team.
Yeah, so we've got a results tent. So we'll summarise all the penalties, give the summary sheet to the results team. They're going into the computer along with the time penalties. So they have time that they've elapsed on the test, plus additional penalties for hitting cones, going the wrong way. Not failing to stop a stride at stop lines like the one in front of us. They can all get penalised.
It looks reasonably open, but if you come in at the wrong angle, it's quite easy to clip a.
It's very easy to hit a cone, yeah. If you're sliding a bit wide.
Cool. Okay. Thanks for that. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you to Paul. If you're interested in getting involved in 12-car rallies, then do check out the Find a Club page on the Motorsport UK website. Thank you for listening, and tune in next week for more stories of how people got into motorsport.